Okay, I'm gonna look at some of the heroes from the game Sentinels in the Multiverse. So there's 10 different heroes. So I'm going to take a look at the heroes and talk about how their abilities work for the most part, how they function in regards to the other heroes. So I'm gonna zoom down and get into it. So to start out, we have Legacy. He's the support character of the group. He's the main support character. He has abilities that beef up other heroes and make them really good. And he also has cards that also reduce damage to the other team, so that he brings it onto him. So, and with all his support abilities, he doesn't have that many attack options. So, he doesn't have a lot of damage output, basically. So he's not going to be the one doing a bunch of attacking. He's just helping people beef up and do more damage or be safer or whatever the situation may require. Next guy is Ra. He is the fire hero in the game. All his abilities have to do with fire in some instance. Sometimes he's stronger when his attacks are more fire-based, or he does burning chip damage, or gives some allies fire abilities. So basically all his stuff has to do with fire. So he's got a good range of abilities, so it's hard to, I think, narrow it down to just like one or two things that he does. He's just basically all about fire, so that's his main thing. Next one is Fnatic. She is the angel hero of the game. I don't know what she technically is, but she resembles an angel. She is a very aggressive character, and to make her more effective or stronger, she has the option of hurting herself, and when that happens, it makes her stronger. So, like this card, for example, is called the Wrathful Retribution. This is a card where basically all the damage she has accumulated throughout the game instantly goes out as damage against the villain or whoever card that is attacking. So she doesn't damage herself all the time, but to get the best out of her, requires her getting damage. Next one is Tempest. This guy is basically all about area attacks. So he has attacks that attack a lot of enemies, and they typically don't do a lot of damage, but he also has some damaging moves as well. So that's basically what he specializes in. Next we have is Absolute Zero. He's the tricky character of the starting characters. He is kind of like a setup character. So you have to set him up before he's able to be effective. So he is kind of like Fnatic in the sense that he also damages himself, but he's able to do different things with damage. So like with this card, Isothermic Transmuter, whenever he receives fire damage, he gets to hurt another opponent. So he can hurt himself to hurt another opponent, or he could use the Null Point Calibration unit, which allows him to, every time he hurts himself through cold, he heals himself. So he can heal himself using damage, and he can hurt other players using damage, and he can draw using damage, and he has a wide variety of things he can do with the damage ability. He's kind of tricky to use because if you don't know what you're going to do, if you don't know what you're doing, you can hurt the guy. So next we have Haka. I kind of view Haka as like a buffering type of a character. So he has moves that can make him stronger, make him harder to hit, increase the damage that he takes by other opponents, and And yeah, he also functions a little bit like Legacy in the fact that he takes damage from the other players and inflicts it on himself, but not to the same extent. He's a melee character, so he definitely has his share of attacks. He's got some strong attacks as well, so he's no he's not really a support character like Legacy is. Next character we have is Bunker. Bunker is kind of sort of a setup character as well as Absolute Zero, but Bunker's ability has to do with his power. So a lot of the cards have different types of power, and he does damage by using the powered abilities rather than just playing in one-shots. He uses a lot of powers from ongoing cards. And he's pretty good with the damage area as well. He's got probably arguably the strongest attack card in the game. But that's debatable. So that's basically what he does. Next we have Tachyon, the super speed flash girl. Her ability, like it says, is about burning the deck to find specific cards, and those cards are called burst cards, as you can see right there. Basically, the more bursts that Tachyon has in her discard pile, the better she is. So she's more powerful, or is able to attack more guys, or do more stuff. So she is all about burning the deck and getting the burst cards in her discard pile. And the burst cards are special to her only, so that makes it kind of less confusing. It doesn't generalize to the other factions, thankfully. So that's Tachyon. Next we have Wraith. Wraith is another gadget hero in the game. So she's all about the different gadgets she gets. So the more equipment she's able to play, more gadgets, the better she is. So, and the gadgets are very versatile, so they do different things. So she's a good character to have in a game. But she's probably not considered a power character, or not too much of a support character either. She's just kind of a balanced, do everything type of a character. So, and the last one we have is the Visionary. Now the Visionary is basically the control character in the game. So she's able to control the amount of cards she gets in a turn, and control what cards the villain deck chooses, and as well as the other players as well. So she's definitely not a attack heavy character either. But she plays a pretty good support role. So that's basically all she does. So normally I do card game reviews because I like to. I know there's a lot of good companies out there that do card games that are going to get a whole lot more views than I do. So I'm just going to go into something that isn't widespread on YouTube. So so that's what I'm gonna do for this game. I'm gonna do review for the heroes, and I might eventually do a review for the villains and the environments as well. We'll see. So this is an experiment. I'm gonna see how it turns out, and hope you guys like it. So have a good one. See ya.